Hi, everybody, and welcome to your new moon solar eclipse pick a card reading for February 17th, 2026. So, in sidereal astrology, this eclipse is taking place at 4 degrees of Aquarius in the Dhanishta nakshatra in the fourth pada, and that is ruled by Mars. The symbol of this nakshatra is the musical drum, and the deity is the 8 Vasas, the solar gods of energy and light. The Shakti or has the power of or power to give abundance and fame. And it's associated with the Capricorn sign and Aquarius sign. The number 23. Silver and gray are its color. Lucky stone is coral. And the element associated with it is ether. The bird is the golden bee. And the animal is a female lion. Now, this new moon is also happening with Venus directly conjunct the North Node, and that can indicate a fated or high-impact period, bringing significant opportunities in relationships, finances, creative expression that aligns with your soul's path. It's often described as a fated connection. This transit creates intense magnetic encounters or developments that push you towards your future, highlighting knots and ties in relationships. So things could be coming to a crossroads where they intensify or where you run into a soulmate. Venus also has to do with what we value, and the North Node represents the true north or future destiny of those values and that which we value. This transit encourages you to reevaluate what you love and need, nudging you to cultivate traits that align with your long-term growth. Okay, so yeah, this transit doesn't last very long. So this is going on the same time as the new moon is, and the new moon is conjunct a fixed star in the Cygnus constellation. Cygnus the Swan, also known as the Southern Cross, and that's Gienah, Gienah, is the star associated with it. It's in the right wing of the Swan. This is a black moon conjunct a star in the Swan constellation, which could, to some people, symbolize an impending black swan event we may see on the world stage. So, but first, the mythology of the Cygnus constellation. So, hard is the place allotted to the swan as a reward for the shape with which he, Zeus, snared the admiring Leda. When a god changed into a snow-white swan, he came down and offered his feathered form to the unsuspecting woman. Now, too, with outspread wings it flies among the stars, its down and glittering feathers figured by stars. Accordingly, he who is at its rising leaves his mother's womb and beholds the light of day shall make the denizens of the air and the race of birds that is dedicated to heaven the source of his pleasure and profit. From this constellation shall flow 1,000 human skills. Its child will declare war on heaven and catch a bird in mid-flight, or he will rob it of its nestling, or draw nests up and over a bird whilst it is perched on a branch or feeds on the ground. And the object of these skills is to satisfy our high living. Today we go farther afield from the stomach than we used to go for war. We are fed from the shores of Numidia and groves of Phasis. Our markets are stocked with the land whence over new discovered sea was carried off the golden fleece. In its own person, the swan hides a god and a voice belonging to it. It is more than a bird that mutters to itself within. Fail not to mark the men who delight to feed the birds of Venus in pens on a rooftop, releasing them to their native skies or recalling them by special signs. For those who carry in cages throughout the city birds taught to obey words of command, men whose total wealth consists of a little sparrow. So what better constellation to have in an air sign eclipse than a swan? The legend is in order to visit Leda, the wife of Tyndareus, the king of Sparta, with whom he was in love, Jupiter turned himself into a swan and began pursuit by Venus in the shape of an eagle, flew to Leda as if for protection. Well, we have Venus conjunct the North Node too. So some of you may find yourself intertwined with a new soulmate who is seemingly flying into your life. Cygnus gives a contemplative, dreamy, cultured, and adaptive nature. The affections are ill-regulated and unsteady. The talents develop late. There is some love of water and swimming and the arts. By the Kabbalists, it's associated with the Hebrew letter Resh and the 20th tarot trump judgment. Okay. All right, so hopefully you've taken this time to check out the 3 piles I have laid out in front of you. We will choose by either this quartz stone and the accompanying green stone, chrysocolla, I believe. And this is the good tarot, so let's see what card we get on the split. Is a 4 of Cups, Moon in Cancer. And then second pile here is Midnight Magic, the Mushroom Tarot deck, and we have some obsidian, volcanic rock, and this eye. So let's see what card we get on the split. The 2 of Swords, that's Moon in Libra. If you watch my last video, that's been coming up quite a bit. So another moon in an air sign. And then pile 3, we have this Lemurian quartz and the Margaret Peterson Tarot and the King of Swords, Father of Feathers here. So swords, swords, and cups. So take your time, pause the video if you need to, and I'll put timestamps down below. We'll see you in your selected pile. Hi, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. So let's take a look at what you need to know in regards to this eclipse time frame. We do have a lunar eclipse following this on March 3rd. So I'll do a separate video on that, of course, but between these eclipses, we have a lot of energy building up. A portal is open with the new moon. It's a dark moon, so we can manifest and summon things from the void, from the ether, which, funnily enough, the ether is the element ruling the nakshatra Dhanishta, where this takes place. So let's get started with some cards for you. And we'll stop there. How about that? Okay. So these 3 flipped over, we'll keep them together. Let's start with number 14, the Temperance card, Patience. The Messenger of Earth, the Knight of Earth, or Page of Earth, excuse me. And the 6 of Wands, so that's going to be success, victory, long-awaited success. But you're getting news about this project now, or news of something working out for you. It looks like even the 6 of Pentacles here, like the triskelion on each of her ears, reminds me of the scales of that give and take. From having the patience, you did the work, now you have to stop, set it and forget it, and walk away. And that's when things will come back to you, when you get news and indication, signs, and symbols for that blessing coming in the form of the 6 of Wands, this hard-earned victory. So next we have the Hermit. So this desire to be alone or retreat, recharge, Hermit and patience. Some of you may have taken a lot of time. You might have been single for a long time to work on yourself and rebalance your emotions, or anything that has been your masculine and feminine energy that have not been in alignment. We have the Ace of Wands now. Also, the 17th, I forgot to mention in the intro, is the first day of the Chinese year, the Fire Horse. So we have this blazing bold new beginning, lighting the way for us, coming out of our cave. Normally the Hermit's depicted holding a lantern with the star inside of it to guide him on his path, or if these are your guides, holding up a light, a torch, a clear indication of the direction you're meant to move. And finally, we have the 4 of Cups. So we did get that card on the split to start this. So if you were originally drawn to this image of this mermaid anyway, then that's you there, just waiting for this opportunity to be received, waiting for it to be delivered to you. And that's what the Messenger, the Page of Coins, is doing. You'll see some physical sign or token. Maybe you'll find coin on the ground with a specific year or date on it that makes sense to you, or it has meaning to you. But that's an indicator that you are really close to unlocking this new beginning here that's being handed to you. Let's see what's underneath the deck. The 8 of Cups, yeah. Now, unfortunately, that does require walking away or leaving behind some of the things, your comforts here that you carry around in the treasure chest. It could be also releasing baggage or dumping off heavy weight, extra emotional or physical weight, like you're leaving it behind and you're ready to, because this new ship can't support all that. It's time to move on, take the lessons, and leave the burdens there. But how about a Rose Oracle for our pile number 1? Plant yourself here, integration, embodiment, and grounded action. More earth energy with the Page of Coins. All right, so I see a lot of you physically relocating to a new destination, and it's now somewhere you can be nourished by your roots that you establish, that it's a foundation that'll be long-standing, something you've been waiting for, this door to open in the Hermit card, how it's depicted with all these keys here. And we're filming this at sunset, so the light might get tricky. I'll keep an eye on it. But anyway, we have the... All right, why? Number 31. There's a book with wings and a question mark on the book cover. I'm not sure if that's coming up here. The question that to ask why. Or maybe you've been wondering that. You've been asking your guides that, and they're saying within these next 2 weeks, you're going to get your answer in the form of the Four of Cups. You know, when you're least suspecting it, you might be in the shower, you might be driving to work or something, you know, and then just this solution enters your mind as to why something has been the way it has been, or why you're being urged to go here and plant yourself there. And underneath we have no place like home. Okay, so with the Four of Cups there, Moon in Cancer being the 4th house, it could have to do with, again, establishing a new home. You may have to leave a home behind. Why do I have to leave? Why do I have to start over? Because it's good for your soul, really, with the Hermit there. The 6th house of Virgo. It could be, again, changing your daily routine, adding a health regimen. Something is better for your health. Like the Plant Yourself Here card, integration, embodiment, grounded action. It's whatever pot you were growing in was too small, and you've used up all the nutrients in that area, and it's time to press on to the next source of sustenance. I mean, you're going to grow so much better. You're going to bloom such prettier flowers in this new soil. So I meant to be shuffling this deck, I guess, because it was dark. I grabbed it. Let's see what your Queen of the Moon Oracle is for the new moon. Pile 1. Release. Okay, yeah, that has to do with the 8 of Cups, leaving it behind. And the 6 of Wands, moving on from the struggle from the 5 of Wands. It's a great time to release for eclipse season. Maybe not until the 3rd, when you build up all that energy, all this reflection, this information, things that you learn about yourself or your family, that you are now able to release that because you understand now what it's been doing for your existence or on your path. Underneath we have the hot moon, so extremes. That's usually a summertime moon, maybe in the but extreme emotion is how I feel. Also with the Ace of Fire here, there could be a calling to release things through fire. You could have to burn some old objects, talismans, or even your intentions on a piece of paper to release that to the universe. Give it to Source in order to release that and change it into a brand new, making room for something new. Get a dolphin heart oracle for you. Ooh, okay, light body. So again, lightening the load, releasing a lot of, this feels like energetic weight. Like problems that aren't yours, or trauma that wasn't yours that you took on for somebody, that you tried to carry for them, but this is telling you to lighten the load. You can't, your balloon cannot ascend if it's being weighed down, right, by too many sandbags like they used to hold down hot air balloons. You might be seeing hot air balloons as indications of it's time to release and ascend. All right, let's see what energy oracle we can bring out. Financial constraints, number 13. So we have 31 show up here on the Y, and 13, its mirror in the energy oracle. Financial constraints. Penny pinching. So feels very much like Saturn, like paying karmic debts. Like maybe you held back from your abundance, and that's what you're getting the answer to. Like, why wasn't I able to receive this abundance? Well, because you were not in the right place to receive it. You weren't on the correct path. It's like once you're now aware of this path and how to be on it and remain there, that's when the financial blessings will come in, once you've made space for it by letting go of everything else that wasn't yours. Under that is door to personal happiness and healing, the door being where it was previously locked here. The keys are hanging above it, and this is opening up. We have the dove here that made me think of Cygnus the swan, the white swan, where this eclipse is taking place. Something's taking flight. The lotus here symbolizing personal growth too, and happiness in the rainbow. All right, so again, wherever you are going, plant yourself here. The water feels cleaner, the sun feels brighter. There's a more supportive environment for you than where you've been. Like, you've kind of like outstayed your welcome. I don't know why that's coming through that way. It sounds kind of rude, but it's like you've been delayed unnecessarily, or you've unnecessarily delayed yourself. Okay, from receiving. Grab this journey card. Money was on the bottom. We had financial constraints there. Let's check in with the journey deck. See what advice it has for you. Okay, clarity. Yeah. What is that? The why. Clarity. Yeah, you're getting an explanation. It could even be an apology from somebody too. Somebody who's undergone their own transformation. And under the deck is the unknown, Uranus. Aquarius is, and Saturn rules Aquarius, the ancient ruler too. So this reminds me of that because of the star there, the star card. Okay, yeah, so prepare to open a door to the unknown and trust and have faith that where you're being planted is the place for you. All right, so you're undergoing your own transformation, your own alchemy that's resulting in this gift coming in with the Four of Cups. And we have the Pneuma, the breath, number 36. So that makes me think of meditation, breathing, yoga, strengthening your core, your diaphragm, using your voice, your throat chakra here with the blue color, being free to speak. Feels like something is being dislodged from your throat, some energetic blockage. Yeah, underneath we have mortifaction. Is that death? Right before this transformation. So it's painful. Nobody said it was easy, but some of you may feel short of breath or tightness in your chest. Again, I'm not a doctor, but get it checked out if it concerns you. But that could be where you're holding your trauma. They say trauma is held in the lungs. I didn't know that, but it's like, yeah, if you don't feel yourself breathing or you feel like you can't breathe, then it's, that's what's keeping your body alive. So there's going to be maybe some relaxation, stretching, consulting with a practitioner that can help you learn how to breathe properly or return not shallow chest breaths, but deep belly breaths can help put you in a peaceful state of mind, that relaxed hermit and patience phase there. So just to ease into your new role or your new life. And I'm going to read about the Pneuma here and wrap it up shortly. So we have the inspiration, presence, and life force. Oh yeah, it's a wind element, air element. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra could be strong in your chart, and we have this Aquarian new moon. So there's no more direct way to practice alchemy than just to study Pneuma. We all have access to the mystical phenomena known as the breath. It occurs at every moment, gracing us with the gift of existence upon the physical plane. If alchemy, as is suggested in this book, is the merging of physical and mystical, then this card serves as our ever-reliant bridge. It is the magic within us, an expanding and generating life force that animates our life. This card may appear simple, but it is not. No matter how advanced you are in studying the breath, if you heed the message of this card, you will find it has more to teach. Bow to it at this very moment, and you will discover the work revitalizes itself. New space opens. Pneuma is your lifelong alchemy ally, stating its love with every inhale and exhale. So it tells you to ponder the first breath and advising you to take one deep breath, a full breath. The Pneuma card appears. It's a call to make room, to expand and soften the approach to the work. The other cards appear in the reading may benefit from more spaciousness too. It is getting kind of crowded on here. There is no coincidence. I meant, you know, the luggage, right? Leave the baggage behind. There is no coincidence that nearly every spiritual and mystical lineage bows to the breath via observation of it through meditation, breath techniques, pranayama, or chanting or song. Okay, so yeah, maybe you're finding your voice. You want to sing, you want to speak, maybe dictate an audio book or do stand-up or a podcast, something where you're communicating and working with mercurial energy. That creativity is going to help the healing process too with the release and integrating that trauma experience into your everyday life instead of letting it control you. Okay, I'm going to get an angel card. And what else for you? Angels and ancestors. I think that'll do it. Let's just call it after this one. Pile 1. We have the Heart Guardian, love and let yourself be loved. It was interesting when I was choosing these stones and I picked out the green deck, the green backed deck, and the green card to, I felt it resonated with the heart chakra. So love and let yourself be loved. So again, it has to do with that release, forgiveness, whatever, realizing that you're worthy of love. And so maybe work with the chrysocolla or other, the malachite to open the heart center. Maybe once you learn how to breathe again, your heart can start receiving enough oxygen, not just on a physical level, but like an emotional level. You're returning breath to your emotions. Maybe that's what caused you to feel like you were choking up. Okay, well, and underneath we have the snake. I just looked under there. So this is, as I'm recording this, the last day of the Chinese New Year of the snake. Of course, they have to shed their skin to grow. So we're going to get out of our comfort zone this month, pile 1. But thank you so much for tuning in, and you can check another pile now if you feel led to do so. Take care. Bye-bye. Hi, pile number 2. You chose the Mushroom Tarot, the Midnight Tarot, and the Obsidian, as well as this. I believe it's agate, but it's just polished in a cool shape to look like an eye. It also kind of looks like that eclipse with the black center, blacking out the bright ring. Okay, let's see what the Midnight Tarot has for you. Pile number 2. Okay. All right, so let's look underneath the deck. We have the King of Pentacles, the King Bullet. Interesting, wonderful. Strong, stable, established energy. Resources look good. Let's see what else is going on. Page of Pentacles, new beginning. You're being given a gift by a King of Pentacles, or somebody is investing in you, your ideas. All right, next we have the Fool card, new beginning. All right, so yeah, this eclipse season is definitely with the 0 there and even the full moon. So the new moon, the black moon to the full moon, full, same kind of species there. But the chicken of the woods, that's an edible mushroom, you know. You can forage for them and eat them safely, and something is being given to you that's going to nourish you and supply you with enough energy to see you through your next phase of your journey. Whatever this Page of Pentacles is, this gift that you're receiving. The 5 of Wands. Somebody's seen you struggle. The orange pinwheel. So creative blocks probably with the sunflower. Makes me think of the solar plexus and the sacral. Our creative centers. Maybe you've had some stomach pains or problems lately without explanation after, you know, the doctors have done all their work and they still can't find the source. So it could be emotional that's going on. And this is like the gift of a new beginning to release all of that tension and struggle from your life. We have the 9 of Cups, the wish fulfillment, the water club mushroom. And it looks like there's a frog there, more orange showing up in a fulfilling way. There's something, again, that's being nurtured, that's being fed, and resulting in a happiness, ultimate just rewards and receiving a fulfillment of wishes. We also have the two of, well, the High Priestess, the fairy ring, champignon, excuse me. But fairies could be something you're drawn to or you're seeing images of. There's, this is again like something about your capacity to see, to have a vision for your future that is coming through. I mean, the High Priestess is the guardian of the veil. This veil is being given to you. This doorway is present for the new and full moons. You could be doing rituals or performing rites or what's it called? Offerings, something like that, working with these phases in order to create your own magic here. To invite this energy into your life, you have to take steps to notify it. Hey, I'm available to receive. I'm ready. And the Hermit, so that's Virgo, artist's conch. It could have to do with your art somebody's investing in, but it has to do with, oh, there's the light there in the darkness. You have a goal, I think, a very clear destination in mind as you set out on the new journey of the Fool. You're done with this struggle. It's like you're walking away from something that became too difficult in order to look out for yourself, take care of yourself. 2/9, 29th of the month, 929. 2 9s, 99. Yeah, that's a number associated with Jupiter. Expansion, luck, wealth, and fortune. Or the 29th could be an important, well, we don't have it this year. It's not a leap year. I guess it would be March 1st. Okay, so let's get some oracle cards to expand on this message, starting with your Queen of the Moon, King of Pentacles. It's like you have sponsors. Faith, yeah, 31. Now we have, that's the Worm Moon. That's actually the one that takes place in March, if I'm not mistaken. It's the beginning of spring in the Northern Hemisphere where the worms start crawling out of the earth. Things are starting to be given birth. So maybe by March 2nd, again, pleasure, number 18. That's the 9 of Cups that's going to be coming into your life as a result. So you're going towards pleasure now. You're leaving this pain and struggle behind. And you're following your own wisdom here with the Hermit and the High Priestess, taking your own advice and actually acting it out. You're not just, you know, talk is cheap, but when you put your action behind it, you're going to be definitely in love with whatever it is that you're creating for yourself. And a Wisdom Oracle. Okay, to the sea. Okay, with the Fool being on a journey there, you might be invited to travel over water, through the water, take a boat ride somewhere. She's got her binoculars there and her compass. So again, a journey around or across the sea, number 7. On the 7th of the month, perhaps in March, you could be invited somewhere. But to the sea, it's also an invitation to the water element here in the 9 of Cups. The emotional pleasure and fulfillment and feeling overwhelmed with the supply of energy that you're going to have and the support and the cleansing. Underneath we have the here and now. So there's the past and the future, and there you are in the present. So staying, we mentioned the fairy ring champignon. There's a fairy there on top of an egg. That reminds me of also the Fool, the portal, ready to start again, this window or this door opening for you. There's an invitation. You are here. So a reconnection, I think, with your body, with your path. Really enjoy every moment as it comes to you. Don't rush and, you know, get lost in the future of, well, what's next? Or, you know, if this happens, then what? There's a lot of pleasure to be had in the here and now, as opposed to your previous struggle with perhaps the 5 of Wands in the past. That's in the past. The 9 of Cups is the future. Some of you could be a life path 9. Okay, Angel of Strength. So the Strength card, Leo. That full moon lunar eclipse on March 2nd is in sidereal Leo. So that again is another indication of this March full moon. Lunar eclipse happening, the 9 of Cups coming in, and then the door to value, a 31 again. March 31st. Yep, that exists. All right, so maybe by the end of the month of March, you're going to get a big payout, or somebody is going to buy whatever it is that you're selling or that you created, that you enjoyed. They can tell that you put your emotions into this creation. And they recognize value. We have this new moon with Venus and the North Node conjunct at the same time, only like 5 degrees away. So it's destined for you to receive this, something of value, that it's going to come to full term. You have to have the strength to go through the birth process in order to receive that reward. And that was that 5 of Wands, the struggle. You had the strength to persevere. You didn't give up. It may have required, again, some isolation or reflection or something difficult in order to push through, but that's what the reward is here with the 9 of Cups. Saturn might be big in your chart too. Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Your journey card here. We have that thing to the sea. What other part of your journey, or what are you experiencing on this journey, pile 2? All right, wisdom, pearls of wisdom. These scallops are found in the ocean, in the depths of the ocean, having to dive down deep and do that work with the 5 of Wands, the struggle, in order to end up with this treasure in the pearl. Whether it be a pearl of wisdom or a physical gift in the page of coins from the King of Coins. Some of you could be receiving a ring or a proposal, whether it be romantic or contractual, but there's a gift, again, something opening up for you, wholeness. And here we even have the sun and moon opposite each other once again, showing a whole moon is a full moon here coming in the worm moon in March. There's something very magical about this King of Coins. It could be, again, you starting as this Page of Coins and evolving into the King of Pentacles by the end of March. Doors opening for you, new social circles. Earth. All right, ask the element of earth for grounding, stability, and strength in times of chaos. That's the 5 of Wands, right? The triple moon, so that again looks like the eclipsing moon as the shadow moves across and out. Embracing all aspects of yourself, the divine and the earthly. It keeps mentioning the earth. So things are manifesting through the void, through this portal. You have this powerful 2-week window in which to grasp these opportunities that are going to be given to you. So make sure you're taking action. You can't be passive and sleep on this one. Let's check out your Rose Oracle here. All this earth energy. Rose Oracle. Some of you might have received or given roses for Valentine's, or given them to yourself. But yeah, being out in nature is definitely healthy for you. The second bloom, a second chance. It's never too late. New possibilities. Again, it's like you're getting your second chance here with the Page of Pentacles coming in. There's a new, there's a rebirth. Some of you could be in your midlife era, and now it's like this is your second chance at life. You know, all right. Let's go ahead and get your alchemy card. We do have the Brothers of the Rose under there, the Sacred Masculine, honor, protection, and support. That feels very much in alignment with your Strength card. It's like your angels are around you. They're holding up a majority of the weight so you can feel relief finally. I feel somebody strongly defending your energy, protecting. Maybe you did some protection work recently or defense magic. If not, I recommend it. So your alchemy card, coagulation, things taking shape. Yeah, things physically coming through this portal in the High Priestess. And they have sun splendor underneath. I believe, yeah, the ruling deity of this nakshatra, Dhanishta, where this is taking place, is a 8-rayed solar deity. So you could be seeing symbols of the sun. Leo's ruled by the sun. There's something very bright in your future by the end of March. Even this bright yellow color bursting through the door of value. Okay, and the journey card, we had the sun show up as well in the wholeness card. And under that we had a new day, more sun rays. So that has to do with self-expression and the courage to express yourself and be yourself in the 5th chakra. Creativity, there's strength in your uniqueness. It's like you can't replicate this kind of greatness. A dolphin oracle. Perhaps you resonate with dolphins, or you're being called to take a trip to the beach, to cleanse, saltwater baths if you can't get there. Dreamtime visitor. All right, so I mentioned a guide around you, protecting you. This could be somebody from your past who's already passed on, an ancestor or a spirit guide, but they will be bringing you messages in your sleep. So pay attention to your dreams. Write down any repeating symbols or messages that you get clearly delivered. And we have ambient rays, number 2, showing up again with the High Priestess, number 2. Ambient rays. I'm not sure what that one's about. I'm kind of curious. So, because this is a pretty new deck to me. Okay, so hidden worlds become visible when you connect to the ambient light rays of the ocean. You will experience harmony, unconditional love, and contentment. All right. Continuous spiritual light rays descend on you from the heavenly realms of the stars, the planets, the universe, and the Creator. Even if you are unaware of them, these rays are the essence of love and peace and exist infinitely in the timeless realms of higher dimensions. These higher dimensions have different modes of environmental laws, rhythms, and patterns associated with them. In prayer, meditation, and other spiritual practices, you can elevate your frequencies into these higher dimensions of light, bringing peace, comfort, and protection. You may even perceive a golden ray of light shimmering in your inner eye. So the sun, yeah, maybe even meditating with your eyes closed and facing sunrise or sunset, facing the sun. You can kind of see the light through your closed eyes as you're focusing on your third eye. That could be where this guardian comes in to give you messages as well. So prayers travel on these light rays, creating a telepathic synergy between subject and object. As prayers telepathically move across these light rays, they are received via the upper energy centers, the chakras. However, when your mind is occupied with repetitive and negative thinking and your upper chakras are blocked, your thoughts act like static interference. Any messages intended for you aren't received or are distorted and unclear. Some of you might have been drawn to pile 1 as well. These light rays assist you with feeling the comfort, love, and peace that is always there for you. It takes time to develop your gift to see the light. Allow yourself to unwind and break old thought patterns, to see the light in the darkness, the hermit, right? You have the light inside of you. Meditative calming music can help with opening your higher dimensional sight. Awareness of light rays teaches you a lot about energy dynamics in the environment. Oh my gosh, I just realized the eye, the third eye, right? The High Priestess, the third eye activation. Okay, and with the purple light here too, could be the crown. We also have blue and purple here, indigo, violet, the upper chakras. All right. With time and patience, you can understand the nature of the patterns around you. Okay. All right, so yeah, and maybe you saw light rays as a child, or you can see auras, or you're being guided to look into that as a practice to add to your spiritual curiosity or research. But what else can we get for you? Pile number 2 to wrap up this reading. I don't think I got an angel card yet. Get this out of the way. All right. Earth angel, stay rooted and grounded. All right, so earth coming up repeatedly. That can have to do with healing the physical body too. And the green there, of course, is reminiscent of the heart chakra. So heart guardian, love and let yourself be loved as well. So there is, I think, a definite connection to pile 1 if you were drawn to that. The next we have the moon. So take note of the intuitive messages. Yeah, they're going to come in strong March 2nd. I know that's the next reading that I'm doing, but that's really when you can expect these answers to come flooding in, the light to come flooding into your life, these ambient light rays. Okay. Well, I think that's everything. Pile number 2. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and feel free to check out another pile if you feel called to do so. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hi, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. You chose this lovely piece of quartz, as well as this Lumerian quartz. All right, let's see what your energies for this eclipse season are beginning tomorrow, February 17th. It's also the beginning of the Chinese New Year of the Fire Horse. and the beginning of Lent, as well as Ramadan. So there is a huge theme of fasting and prayer, sacrifice, healing and enlightenment to be gained through this time, especially with the eclipses involved. It's not just, and usually the Chinese Lunar New Year is a new moon, right? And this year it's an eclipse, so annular solar eclipse. It's going over Antarctica, so really nobody's going to be able to see the totality of this eclipse, but it'll be along the southern tip of like South America, South Africa. But anyway, I believe it's happening at 7 a.m., around 7:12 a.m. Eastern. Let's see what you have underneath your deck. The Strength card, the Leo card. Some of you may have been drawn to pile number 2. Check that out if you feel called to do so. But let's see, our creativity. Actually, the full moon, March 2nd, the lunar eclipse coming up after this is going to be in Leo. I believe it's in the Magna Nakshatra or the one right after it. Purva Falguni, I think. So let's go ahead and get started and focus on our energies for the new moon. Ace of Cups. All right. Well, this new moon, we do have the North Node conjunct Venus at the same time, about 5 degrees away, also in Aquarius. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, the unexpected, but also Saturn. Has to do with contracts and karma and fate. So this, with Venus conjunct the North Node, which is where the direction we're meant to go, what we're destined to have, this could be definitely a love connection for you. Could be with a Leo. If this isn't resonating or you're not interested in a love reading, then you can choose another pile, or let's see what else, what other messages are available here. The moon. Okay, also could be a Cancer, but the full moon in Leo, the lunar eclipse date, that's when things are at their brightest before an eclipse kind of interrupts that light and brings out a new light. So this Ace of Cups, a new beginning, very strong Cancer, ruled by the moon. Pisces rules this card, and of course Scorpio here in the depths and the darkness. And the Nine of Coins. Guys, this person or this connection is going to bring you so much satisfaction, comfort, and luxury. Like, this person loves luxury and wants to lavish things on you. I'm not usually one to gush like this in a love reading, but it's like apparent that they have opulent energy that they want to share with you, or this is you loving yourself so much. You maybe even focusing so much on this self-care that you are looking fantastic with the 5th house with Leo there. I mean, Leos are proud. They're in the center of attention. They draw a crowd. They're the famous people. It's the house of entertainment and creativity and fame. So people could be noticing you after a long period of you kind of living in the shadows. It might seem, you know, keeping to yourself. Could be a long period of being single that's coming to an end. But let's keep going here. We also have the Virgo energy. All right. And the Sun of Flame. So the Page of Wands goes well with this Leo energy as well. Could be somebody younger than you, or you could have a child, or they could. You could even end up having a child with this person. Of course, if that's not what you want, take precautions. The 5 of Wands, so that is more Leo energy, fire. And the Page of Swords. Wow, so we have all these really big, powerful cards up top, but under the surface we have this new energy. So 2 suns, 2 pages, fire and air complement each other. And we have this kind of contention between them. Something in the subconscious or something in the masculine side. This person or you may have had an overactive masculine energy that may have kept you isolated or separated from, or it's just been that wounded masculine that needed some time to heal. Some of you, again, may have been drawn to pile 2. And, but there is compassion, protection, and this is all in the mind. This is in the subconscious, the 5 of Wands. The feeling of either competition or being in survival mode or defense mode. We have the Sacred Waters, so that's apparent in the Ace of Cups. That's the Holy Grail, right? So is the Moon card. by Pisces. That's the subconscious. So we have nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, and self-care. I mentioned some of you may have been focusing more on self-preservation, restoration, healing, and health. It could have come with the New Year's resolution, or just spontaneously you felt the need to start investing in your body, mind, and spirit. But there is definitely a rejuvenating feeling here coming out of this full moon and new moon eclipse. So we have also the breathing rose, if you could be attracted to pile 1 as well. But heart healing, emotions, connection, time eases. That's what this 5 of Wands is. It's like some of you might have, trigger warning, like some trauma from the past that kept you from forming deep connections with people. So you could have been, the breathing rose makes me think of yoga. Could be a part of your healing practice, as well as breath work, meditation, helping release these things over time. But you are going to be reconnecting in this Ace of Cups after this period of cleansing and detoxing too. This is somebody watching, somebody gathering information, because they're excited about this new meeting with you. I think the 5 of Flames also comes off as an unexpected energy, kind of a you stumble across each other and around the corner in a dark room, right, and almost run into each other. It's like, oh, you scared me, like something surprising coming out of the dark. We have Traveler, move in a new direction. You could meet this person while on a journey, or you could be going and taking trips with them. They could be an Instagrammer, influencer, somebody like with that Leo energy, and they want to feature you or collaborate with you, take you with them. You guys could create content together. And the Warrior, fearless and standing strong. We started with the Strength card. So a strong bond, a strong foundation. This person is very assured of themselves, confident, and stable. All right. There's just that hesitation in the 5 of Flames. Just let that go. I mean, with the breath, with the exhale. All right. This connects to pile 1 as well. All in 3 ways of light. They're all connected. Balancing male and female energies, peace and harmony. So somebody is, again, balancing you out here. Like you feed each other with this fire and air. That together you create something entirely new in this Ace of Wands. All right. Under the deck is Dragonfly. You bring light to the world. Traveler. Okay. You travel and spread your light wherever you go. You're a light warrior. And nothing scares you. All right. We have Serendipity. Yeah. Chance meeting, the 5 of Flames. Oops. Oh, the Shamrock here too. That we've got St. Patrick's Day coming up March 17th, or the 18th here is the 18th with the Moon card as well, also being the 18th. This could be February 18th as well, because it's the day after the eclipse. We'll have that sliver of a moon showing up. It looks like the Cheshire Cat. You could be seeing cats, Alice in Wonderland, also Die with a Smile, the Lady Gaga, the Joker. It could feel like, what is it, Harley Quinn and the Joker, you know, that, not saying or condoning that type of relationship. It's just that kind of, they're a match made in heaven, or whatever you want to say. They were made for each other. It was serendipitous, you know, with this North Node conjunct Venus for this eclipse, it's very possible. Breathe. The breathing rose. Could you meet this person in a yoga class? Or maybe you're traveling to a foreign land in order to study yoga. Travel, breathe. Okay. Truth be told. So I get a lot of air sign with the air Aquarius. This person's either Aquarius or Leo, or they have those placements strong in their chart. Venus in Leo or Aquarius. Never ending story. All right. So if you ever see that movie, maybe you're both from the 80s, but it's a never ending love, right? This is somebody you've met before, that maybe you traveled to see them once before, and now you're coming, there's going to be another opportunity to come back together. Somebody may have had to move away, or you had to move for a job or something, take care of a parent or a child. But so the distance may have separated you, or you may not have met physically yet in this life, but there will be a serendipitous meeting. Okay, I'm really curious about this Journey card with Traveler there. Journey card for pile 3. The dragonfly make me think you're flying. There's a fairy here with her wings sitting on a lily pad. I'm getting Asia, India, the Far East somewhere. I don't know why I needed 4 of those, but introspection. Yeah, the void, the black moon. The time to pull in, withdraw, and breathe. Focus only on your breath, and then you can hear the whispers of your guides, the universe, in which direction you should go. Unfolding. There's a path unfolding like a red carpet unrolling in front of you. The way is being shown. You are enough. So this golden kind of pentacle showing up here. It feels like a token or a gift somebody's going to give you as a sign of their appreciation that, yes, you deserve to receive this. Take the leap. Yeah, take a chance. Buy the plane ticket, book the cruise, book the retreat, whatever it is that you are considering. Now's the time to do what you love. Have the courage to follow through with those plans that you've been putting off for whatever excuse. You're out of excuses. Okay, door to value, number 31, 31st of March, again. So this person is a person of high value, or they see you as valuable as well, and your connection with that person will create a lot of value in your life. Another 8, you both could be born on the 8th or the 11th, but this is infinity too, unbreakable bond, indecision. Here it looks like, and it goes unknown in both directions, is what the sign says. So with the red cloak, Aries, Leo, Sag, that fire energy. Yeah, I mean, you could be at a crossroads again. It says take the leap, though. It's like you can't hesitate here. Your 5 of Wands in your mind wants you to hesitate, wants you to just let this opportunity slip by. And this is telling you, make your choice. Number 44, woman holding a heart. So some feminine is healed their heart space. They're ready to love fully and completely. I think you're meeting this person where they're at and vice versa. There is somebody who's ready to make an offer with the Ace of Cups we started this reading with. This woman or feminine energy holding a heart is waiting for you to accept. Don't resist with the 5 of Wands. Let's get your alchemy card, pile number 3. Uranus, yeah, the unexpected. The serendipity, right? It'll seem like, you couldn't have scripted this. And there's the number 8 again. 888. Could be seeing that in increasing frequency as you get closer to meeting this person. Or between the 8th and the 18th. All right. And underneath is the despicable face. That it has to do with what you think is ugly is actually your most attractive feature. Like you think people see you in a certain way, but literally they see the real value in you, or they see your perceived flaw as what makes you the most beautiful. All right. Somebody's going to compliment your appearance. Not just like your clothes, or it's going to be like, wow, you have a glow about you, or, they'll be able to see or feel your aura. The path. And balance. Number 8. 8 just keeps showing up. That's the path of ascension here, rising up the ladder to this place of clarity and understanding. And 8 is actually the 19th prime, or 19 is the 8th prime number. So 19 is normally the sun, bringing light to the world, bringing harmony and balance to the world. And self-reflection. Yeah, this person's a reflection of you. So yeah, because you've loved yourself so well, it's now you can love this other person because they are essentially you. All right. Dolphin Heart Oracle. 4 pile 3. Dolphin Heart. All right. 44 again. Trust. Woman holding a card. 44 could be a significant age. All right. So, or 444, you could be seeing that a lot too, as well as the 88s. Let's check in with trust real quick. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but there may be another message that needs to come out. Oh, it's the last card in the deck. Wouldn't you know? All right, so the end, the full circle here. This portal being opened for us during the eclipse. Trust presents a quiet hopefulness that miracles and boundless phenomena can happen at any moment. That's the Uranus energy. That's serendipity. Trust in what you learn on to embrace repeatedly during a predicament, a severe illness, or difficulty. It sustains you when you are in dire conditions or any frightening circumstance. It helps reassure you that you are protected and safe no matter what happens. Woman holding a heart. And I guess I'm looking at this, I'm seeing broken heart. So it's safe to love again. This Five of Wands in your subconscious, that's, that's what's being healed. Okay. Trust is powerful and creates a positive vibration within, which benefits self-healing. This card reminds you to trust your intuition and your inner guidance to help you on your life path, the path. It reminds you constantly to honor that deeper knowing from within, for to ignore it brings you out of balance. We had balance show up here as well. And alignment with the authentic flow of your life. Dolphins use echolocation to see through water, a sonic frequency that bounces off objects and creates a type of picture or vibrational sensation of physical objects in their field. The sixth sense is what helps them find food, alerts them to danger, and helps them safely navigate their way. Dolphins know which things are sentient and which are inanimate. They know what to avoid and what to embrace. In essence, they trust their senses and the information gleaned from them. Many sensitive people feel energetic vibrations, emotions, and feelings around them, picking them up using their inner antennae. As I said, this person will notice something they'll compliment your physical appearance. They'll see that energy around you. This is a beautiful gift of being human, and the spirit of dolphins' trust can inspire you to fine-tune. They invite you to learn discernment between what you are meant to engage with, what you are told to ignore in life, and what is suitable for you and what is not. Train your mind to trust what all your senses tell you. All right. Trust is part of living a conscious life of joy. Like dolphins, we should live to trust ourselves, trusting the community we surround ourselves with, and that our senses will never lead us astray. I couldn't agree more. Okay. What else for us? Anything that I missed? I don't think so. All right, well, thank you for tuning in, Pile 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Oh, you know what I will do? Because this is such a love reading, I'm going to get out... Oops. Wow, did that just totally burn out? This is a brand new light. And, oh, maybe it came unplugged. All right, so, whoa, yeah, that is definitely, to me, pointing to the eclipse, the lunar eclipse. And I kept saying March 2nd. I mean March 3rd. But either date could be rather impactful as we build our energy up to that point. Okay, without further ado, let's get this love, journey of love for Pile 3. It's interesting how they labeled this broken heart the number 9, like the 9 of Swords. It's very closely related to the 5 of Wands. And now we have Sacred Convergence, number 28. All right, so let's see about that. And then Shifting Universes, number 7. That has to do with Uranus, too. It's like shifting timelines upon this sacred convergence. It's creating a new timeline. And your combined frequencies will have the power to influence the shifting timelines. You're going to be able to shape your world together. Number 28. Okay. There is a coming together happening within your body and soul, a unification of all that is within you. This is akin to traveling to a strange land. And we had the traveler, right? Show up. And as all sorts of new sensations, not all welcome at first, begin to make themselves known to you. If you are experiencing discomfort within your own body or uncertainty and a sense of expansion to include more of life in your thoughts and feelings, then you are conscious of this sacred convergence. It is like two worlds or more colliding. If you are sensitive, you will feel it happening in an important event without necessarily having a physical situation to attribute the experience to or open upon which to hang an explanation. You may also be encountering this in a very physical sense by finding yourself in situations which you previously would have avoided. You may be meeting people and thrown into relationship with them, apparently more by circumstance, serendipity, than by your own conscious choosing. This is a meeting of you with your shadow and something to rejoice in. We had the reflection, the self-reflection. They do reflect your shadow self too, you know, and this introspection card comes in. All right. And something to rejoice in, even if it is uncomfortable at times. But being uncomfortable in seeing that shadow part of yourself, this person's helping you heal by recognizing where you're still wounded, or, you know, what needs to be transformed into the light part of yourself. Be gentle and loving with yourself, and kindly seek to find the beauty in what you are learning about yourself in your interactions and experiences. You are a wise soul, seeking to know yourself rather than judge others. Remember your divine perfection as you are thrilled and challenged at this time of great growth. You are guided to be curious, as though traveling to a foreign land, and remaining open to experiencing its treasures. This oracle holds a message for you. A deeper part of yourself is calling you forward. Any discomfort, struggle, anxiety, or fear is a subconscious recognition of this. Don't worry, you are a unique plant in a divine garden. You don't have to know what plant you are in order to grow. You just need to live each day, and the growth happens naturally. Then you can see over time the beauty of your true nature revealing itself to you. It will be a revelation to be relished. All right, thank you, pile 3. That is all for today's reading. Thanks for tuning in, and take care. We'll see you at the next one. Bye.